What's up, Mr. and Mrs. America? I just want to say thank you for listening to the Colony Confidential podcast. Today, we're going to fill you in with a recap of some of the best moments from Pest World 2021. I really enjoyed seeing everyone at the event. But let's grab Ed and hear all about it.
Mr. and Miss America, all the ships at sea. Ed Sheehan for Colony Confidential. You know, I've always said training never ends. In order to be successful, you have to keep learning. In operations, there's nothing like learning on the go. Check out Nobi. It's a micro-learning platform that delivers all your employee training, onboarding, and community all in one place. Find it at nobi.com. How do you spell Nobi? That's Gnowbe.
Pest World was good. You saw some of our videos. They said there were about 3,500 people there. There was a lot of people. It did seem like a normal Pest World. It was good to see everybody. Obviously, masks were worn. I think they did a great job. And it seems like things are back to normal, at least in our industry. You have next month, you have the business tech seminar coming up. That'll be very interesting. The highlight, as Ed was saying, for him at least, was on Friday. Myself and two other gentlemen spoke about networking. Dennis Jenkins from ABC and Mr. Alvarez. I think the people got some ideas out of it for networking. All three of us stayed in the room for about a half hour after the presentation and continued to speak with some of the people that had questions on how to continue networking. I think one of the biggest takeaways from what we spoke about, knowing who you are as a person and if you're capable of doing the networking for your business. And if you're not, it's okay. You can have somebody else do it.
All right, so my turn to talk?
Sure.
So what I noticed, it's obvious that the industry is changing. I went to several lectures so I could get a few points. Bobby Corrigan and Deanie Miller were well attended. And other ones I went to were like, maybe some of them had 10 or 12 people. These rooms where they had these people were too large. You should have had a bigger room, fit everybody comfortably. But anyway, my point is, think back 20 years ago. How many people would have went into a room with all this electronic stuff to talk about networking? You got this grit that'll take over your whole office and basically run your whole company. The industry has changed dramatically. That's why I go and play dumb sometimes. Anyway, all in all, it was a pretty good show. I met one or two people that go back to my era when I was king of the shit house, more or less. At least I thought I was. Now I pick up dog shit. But anyway, it was good. This thing is necessary. Get everybody together.
We all went out to dinner with a group of industry peers.
Went out to dinner under great duress. They made me eat some raw fish, Japanese food. But
sushi.
Yeah, sushi. And they bought some fish that I'll never get over. Check this out. $38 an ounce for this fish. Talk about tossing money out. Jesus Christ. I don't care. Couldn't have tasted that good. Did I have a piece?
Yeah, of course you did.
It didn't taste that good. Couldn't have tasted that good.
You drank cold sake.
Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, yeah, I drank sake. Yeah. It was okay. I had Japanese beer. That wasn't bad. And then I had something I'm familiar with. Lobster and shrimp. And then they were late with the dessert, so we didn't pay for it. Now, why would we pay for the dessert? It was late. Meh. Anyhow, I thought it was really nice that they had a birthday party for me.
We didn't just take Ed for sushi. We took him to Nobu.
Anyway, so the next night, we went to this, was it Italian restaurant?
I thought it was because of the name, but I think it was just like American fare. We went there for one reason and one reason only.
Yes, but the Angels were not flying.
Yeah, so they have this really cool thing. They have angels in a glass case, and they have this probably, what would you say, 75-foot tall case? It's like a wine cellar encased, and the angels basically fly up and down to get your wine. We didn't get angels. We just got men in suits doing it. It wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was some guy in pants. These angels had like wings and skimpy outfits. They didn't show up. I don't think they washed their laundry the night before for these outfits.
All right. All right, so let's get to the show and tell part. Yeah, so let me start, okay? I'll point to you since you don't have no hearing aids. All right?
Okay.
So there was a lot of good stuff is happening in our industry. One of the really cool things, many of you may have heard of Hamilton Allen. He's been in the industry for a while. He's now working in Florida. But his was Black Ownership Matters. And they gave out some really cool stuff, which is part of what we're doing. So one thing, it was at a cigar lounge. They gave nice events. And you'll be hearing about what Hamilton is doing on the podcast some more. So they gave us this. This is a glass. It's a scotch or whiskey glass that has a holder for your cigar. That was nice. I'll get it to you this weekend so you can drink your scotch and the cigar can hang out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for you, Hammer.
Thank you. Thank you, Hamilton. Okay, so I got this really cool thing from Grit. And some people would say this is like a straw to suck stuff. However, for those of you that like a little excitement like myself, I got a couple of extra ones of these. So when my grandkids come around, we could have some really good spitball fights.
You're not supposed to be teaching them that. So obviously Ed's no Vanna White. We know this already. This is from Grit. It was single-handedly the most talked about giveaway on the exhibition floor. It is a reusable metal straw for everybody out here in New York with the paper straws. You can barely use it for a whole drink. This was a great idea by Grit. It was a great gift, and people were taking 3 and 4.
I got more stuff.
Okay, let me see.
They were giving this stuff away. It's called Sure Kill hand sanitizer. It feels good on your hand. And since they were giving them away for free, I got 4 of them.
What, Erwin?
What? I didn't steal them. They were giving them away. That's not a lie.
Okay.
If you paid attention when you checked in, they had them on the thing here. I asked if I could take some. She goes, yeah, take all you want. This was not an Erwin job. This was legit. They told me I could take as many as I want. I'm telling you the truth. Also, Lipa Tech, our dear friend John Murphy, who was great to see. And it was great to see that he got a promotion, which he richly deserved. And they had a baseball theme there. And I got online and I met Pete Rose. And I got Pete to sign a baseball, a lot of technology stuff, and a lot of trucks. I don't know when you're going to get the trucks if you ordered it because of these chips that we're missing, but they really got some unique ideas on how to outfit these trucks. I was never big on for a big pickup truck, but the smaller trucks got a lot of good stuff in them, storage areas and stuff like that too. And also some new stuff. People selling you stuff you can put on electronically. These patches you put on, they're going to relax you. You know, what happened to whiskey? It's cheaper. And probably more effective on this body.
It was great to meet Pete Rose, who, for the record, my opinion, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Some of the things that we've 8 or 9 years are finally now coming to market. A lot of the technology stuff. It was great to see. Super excited about it. We had some pretty good closed door meetings that you'll hopefully see what they were about in the coming 6 months.
These shows that terminated. Here's this big display. I don't know when you came into the business, but when I got into it, you was at the bottom of the barrel as far as the food chain and respectability was. And the reason we got away from that is because we learned our trade. We learned that a lot of terms used in our trade are similar to medical terms. So if you hadn't gone or you knew or whatever your reason is, you need to do a little research on some of the diseases that these creatures can cause. Always a good selling point when you got somebody, I don't know, mention it could happen, this could happen, that could happen. As you studied your business and learned more about it, the respectability came and you felt better about yourself. Your self-confidence increased. And that's all I could tell you.
The respectability of the industry is something that has been a long time coming.
Right.
But I think just off the strength of the number of investment bankers that were there tells you a lot about what's happening in our industry, and that people now are finding us more interesting and want to get involved. So private equity is huge coming into our space. Most of you out there probably getting at least one email a day from somebody looking to give you an infusion of money for a piece, blow your company out of the water, and then sell it, right? Very interesting times. So kudos to everybody out there keeping their image and their brand moving forward. And we look forward to seeing everybody soon in person.
Thank you all for tuning in for today's episode. And Mr. and Mrs. American, all the ships at sea. Until we meet again, God bless you.